Hey there. So, you got a new commercial freezer? That is awesome. This is a serious piece of professional gear, and honestly, setting it up right from the very beginning is absolutely essential to protecting that investment. So, let's dive right in.
Okay, one of the first things you're going to see is this sticker. And you really need to pay attention to it because the message is loud and clear. If you lose product, if stuff spoils, that is not covered by the warranty. So, what we're about to go over isn't just, a friendly tip. It's what's going to protect your inventory and your business.
So what's the big secret? Well, it's actually a two-part process. You need a rock-solid installation, and you need a properly programmed defrost timer. We're going to walk through both, step by step, using the manufacturer's own playbook.
Let's start right at the beginning. Before we even think about plugging anything in or touching any dials, we have to make sure the unit itself is physically set up to win. This foundation, it's critical for everything else.
As you're uncreating this thing and finding its forever home, keep this list in your head. Once you get the shipping bolts and straps off, find a spot with plenty of airflow around it. And I cannot say this enough, make sure the unit is perfectly level. If it's not, the doors won't seal right and the condensation won't drain properly. Big problems. Oh, and double check that the little drain hose is sitting right in its pan.
All right, now for the single biggest rule of the electrical setup. And you can see it right here in all caps, straight from the people who built it. This isn't a suggestion, it's a serious warning, and for a really good reason.
And this is that reason. Extension cords are the #1 cause of low voltage. When the compressor doesn't get the juice it needs, it has to work way too hard, and eventually it can just burn out. That is an incredibly expensive repair that, you guessed it, will not be covered by your warranty.
So the takeaway here is simple but crucial. Your freezer needs its own outlet on its own circuit. No sharing with the microwave, no sharing with anything. This makes sure it gets the steady power it needs to run safely, and it prevents an overload, which is a massive fire hazard.
Okay, with the freezer physically and electrically secure, let's move on to the brains of the operation, the defrost timer. This little gadget is your secret weapon against the freezer's biggest enemy, frost buildup.
So what does this thing even do? It's simple, really. Every commercial freezer builds up frost on its cooling coils. It's just what they do. But if that frost isn't cleared away, it acts like a thick, fluffy blanket, forcing the compressor to work harder and harder just to keep things cold. The defrost timer automatically warms up the coils just for a little bit to melt all that frost away, keeping the whole system running like a dream.
Now, your freezer is going to have one of two main types of timers, a Grassland or a Paragon. It's super easy to tell them apart. The Grassland uses these little white plastic tabs that you can flip back and forth. The Paragon uses actual metal pins that you screw into little holes. They do the exact same job, just in slightly different ways.
Now is the perfect time to pop open that louvered grill on the front of your freezer and see which one of these two you have. Knowing which one you're working with is key for what comes next, so feel free to pause and take a look if you need to.
You got it? Awesome. Now that you know which timer is in your unit, let's get it programmed. We'll cover both, so just follow along with the steps for your model.
First up, the Grassland timer. You'll find it tucked away in an electrical box behind that front grill. It looks kind of like a classic 24-hour clock, surrounded by all those little white tabs.
Step 1, and this is the most important one, unplug the freezer. Never, ever work on this with the power connected. Okay, next, set the current time by turning the inner minute hand clockwise. Be careful not to turn the big outer dial, just the hand inside. Turn it until the time lines up with that little triangle marker. Once the time is set, you can program your defrosts by just flipping the white tabs outward for the times you want it to start.
So how many times should it run? Well, the manufacturer's recommendation is 3 times a day. Your unit probably even came preset for 6 a.m., 2 p.m., and 10 p.m., which is a great schedule for most places because it avoids your peak business hours.
And for how long? The magic number is 30 minutes. This is where the tabs are key. Each little white tab stands for 15 minutes. So, for a 30-minute cycle, all you gotta do is flip 2 tabs that are right next to each other outward for each defrost time. Simple as that.
Now, what if you saw those metal pins instead of the white tabs? That means you've got a Paragon timer. So let's walk through setting that one up. The idea is exactly the same, but the way you do it is just a little different.
Again, first things first, unplug the unit. Safety is everything here. To set the time on this one, you'll turn the knob in the middle,
But this time you're going counterclockwise until the current time on the dial lines up with that fixed time arrow. To set the defrost cycles, you'll just physically screw the little metal trip pins into the holes for your start times.
Just like the other timer, the recommendation is still 3 defrost cycles per day, and the factory settings are the same too, 6 a.m., 2 p.m., and 10 p.m. You'll just screw your 3 pins into those spots on the dial.
And the duration? Also the same, 30 minutes. On the Paragon timer, the length of the cycle is set by a little copper-colored slider. It should already be set to 30, but, it never hurts to give it a quick look and make sure.
And that's really it for the hard part. You've handled the most complex piece of the setup. So now, let's just wrap things up with a super quick review of the golden rules that'll make sure your freezer has a long, happy, and productive life.
All right, here are the absolute must-dos. 3 defrosts a day, 30 minutes each. Make sure it's perfectly level. Plug it into a dedicated circuit, and I'll say it one last time. Never use an extension cord. Finally, once it's all set up and plugged in, let the freezer run completely empty for a full 24 hours. This lets it get stable and cold before you load it up with your valuable products. Think of it as its final checkup. Following these steps isn't just about checking boxes. It's about making sure your equipment runs efficiently, your products stay safe, and your warranty actually means something if you ever need it. So go on, take a moment, check your settings, and make sure your freezer is truly set up for success.